Today I have for you the #1 GRAU 5.56 in Black Ops 6, and it's also got no recoil. So this is the #1 build. Like, genuinely, there isn't a better GRAU build. We have the no recoil, we have a fast TTK, and to prove that, I dropped a crazy back-to-back double nuke. Ladies and gentlemen, so this is the GRAU 5.56. A lot of us already know about the gun, but so many people use the wrong build and then they wonder why the gun doesn't feel that good. And so I'm going to be literally showing you the #1 build for it. Probably won't make a video on this gun anymore just because there is only really 1 or 2 builds that you guys should be using. And just in general, if you do want to use the GRAU, it is a marksman rifle, and that's where things get very mixy and why so many people build the gun wrong, because they build it like an AR or like an SMG, when there's a lot of cons that people don't know about with the marksman rifles. One of those is that there's a lot of flinch. So the first thing you have to do, go over to the stock, and you're going to be using the combat stock or the heavy stock. Whenever you're using a marksman rifle and someone shoots you, it's kind of like the snipers. Your screen is going to shake a lot. It's very difficult to hit the enemies, and so then you end up losing a lot of your gunfights, especially if you're playing aggressive with the weapon. It's just very hard to like stay on target with this gun. So if we use the combat stock, it's going to increase that flinch resistance, making it so our screen really doesn't shake that much. And just in general, you should always use the combat stock on a lot of like the marksman rifles, and then it's also just because it increases your aim walking speed, so then you're going to be a harder target to hit and you're going to be more on target. And so definitely use the combat stock on the SWAT 5.5. Next up, if you guys do want to make it into the actual good weapon, because right here it's really bad, so turn into the GRAU, you got to use the conversion kit, and you guys can see it's going to unlock that full auto conversion, makes the gun full auto. Originally this gun is a burst, and then it also increases that movement speed, and then it adds a lot of recoil control. Given there still is a lot of bounce with the gun, like I try to use a suppressor, it's just like I end up missing a lot of my shots, and I'm just a lot more consistent by using these other attachments that we are going to be adding. And we are losing a lot of our damage range and damage and shit like that, so it does make the weapon a little bit weaker in some sense, but it's still a very good weapon. Do you want everything in Call of Duty without having to play the game? Then you should check out my long-term sponsor, GWAPSI. GWAPSI is a team of real players that will load onto your account to legitimately grind anything that you wish, and this goes for all the recent Call of Duties and many other games. They will even get you iridescent so you can flex all the cool rewards. Seriously, there's no risk involved because they don't use an unlock tool. They legitimately play in your account, and I've been with them for a long time and haven't seen a single negative review. And so if you want to save your time and energy, check out gwapsi.com. For the next attachment, to add that recoil control, we are going to be going over to the muzzle, and you are going to want to throw on that compensator, getting a lot of vertical recoil control and then a lot of recoil gun kick. And since we are using the iron sights, we kind of don't want them to shake around that much, and that's one reason why the suppressor is like so difficult to use. And so now that we have like the full auto, you guys can see we have the good iron sights. Even that backwood definitely does look a little bit wonky, but if we go over here, not like the most amount of recoil, like you can control it, but you see that bounce on the gun, and it just kind of like shakes around a lot to where I don't like have ADHD, but I have like Call of Duty ADHD, and so like that kind of pisses me off. Given if you're used to it, like in the heat of the battle, you're not going to notice it too much, but it's just you're going to miss a lot of shots. And so you're going to do so much better if you go ahead and add the ported compensator. In the gameplay, I was using the compensator accidentally, but the reason you want the ported is because the marksman rifles, they have a lot of initial recoil. This is going to give you very good first shot recoil control, so then it's like right when you shoot the gun, it's not going to kick as much, so then it's easier to land the rest of your shots, leading to what feels like a very fast TTK. And then we also do get that vertical recoil control, as well as a little bit of our recoil gun kick. So now we have like the best of like, you know, those 3 things. And let me show you guys real quick that this thing is just so much easier to stay on target. The compensator is still super good, especially if you're only playing aggressive, but you don't really want to play too aggressive with the weapon. Like in the gameplay at the beginning, I was dying a lot just because I was playing too aggressive. I slowed it down a little bit, and then I got a double nuke. And so you guys can see right there that it doesn't shake nearly as much, especially that initial shot. And so now it's so much easier, and so most people just use the wrong thing and then they don't do good, but now you got the best build for the gun. Next up though, since we always are running out of ammo, and this magazine is only unlocked if you use the full auto conversion, and usually in that case you always want to use that. They kind of build this gun to be used with the full auto, despite there being so many cons. We're losing our ADS speed, the reload quickness, our sprint to fire speed, which is pretty annoying, but we get more recoil stabilization. Given I don't know how much, and I don't really notice it, but we're just throwing this on so we get 50 rounds. That's an extra 20 bullets. Super helpful on the gun. You're going to be winning a lot more gunfights. Then for the last attachment, on the 5 attachment build, which I will be going over a gunfighter build as well, going to be going over to the rear grip, and we are going to be adding the ergonomic grip. Given the quick draw grip definitely does feel good because it just makes it so you can snap on targets a little bit easier. It's just you kind of can play aggressive with the weapon, and since it's not the best up close, I don't want to delay when I slide into the gunfight, and so that delay really messes me up. And the ADS speed's already pretty good, so I'd rather, you know, have a tiny bit slower ADS with then having a way higher chance to win my close range gunfights. And then like if it had a very good TTK up close, you wouldn't really need to use a the ergonomic. You could, well, I guess then you could just make it into a super weapon. But I think you guys get what I'm saying. Take a screenshot of this class. It's going to be the best SWAT build in the entire game. And then next up though, for the gunfighter, we are going to be going over to the underbarrel. We are going to be adding the Ranger. We don't really need that much recoil control. The gun is insanely easy to use, so just use the Ranger foregrip, giving you a little bit more sprinting movement speed. The marksman rifles are super heavy, so it's going to make it feel a little bit lighter. And then, you know, having that Ranger foregrip tied in with the conversion kit that already increases your movement speed, you're going to feel a lot more mobile, and it's going to just feel overall better. Then for the laser, to increase the hipfire ADS accuracy, which basically ties into your true ADS speed, since you can kind of like pre-fire the shots, makes it feel like you have a faster ADS. We are going to be using that, and so now we can, you know, have that like the no delay when you go to slide into the gunfight with also a pretty fast ADS. And so the gunfighter is super good. It's just there is a wasted attachment, so that's why I recommend you guys to not run the gunfighter. In the gameplay, I was just running the gunship, and just so you guys know, this build is good in Warzone. And then so you guys, I got everything there. If I were to add an optic, probably just use like the Volhisky or something on there, and then throw on that blue dot. This is a pretty clean reticle. And let me know in the comments, what is your guys' go-to weapon right now? For me, it's probably the FFAR or still the AMAX. This gun is fun and it's super satisfying. It's just that AMAX, bro. That thing just hits, and that was my favorite gun in Modern Warfare 2019. So it's just kind of like my baby right there. And so there's all that. Here's my secondary. Got the GRAU, but nothing too crazy. That the new Strider with the conversion with the burst is super good. I just prefer the GRAU. We got the flat jacket with the shadow and the double time. There you guys go. Let's get into the double nuke. This gun, I always want to play aggressive with it. Like the thing that messes me up is that since the TTK isn't the best up close, it does give me killed a decent amount. Like you're supposed to play basically how I'm playing, just like kind of let the enemies press you. Okay, I got nades inside me. Hella enemies pushing up. Okay, this is actually kind of good. Should be able to capitalize on this. We're gonna rip that guy off the truck. We're gonna push over the truck, and I think I'm just gonna be snaking the truck and playing like a little loser for a bit. Damn. Okay. So that dude, actually no, okay, there's two people on the other team that do like to hit the truck over and over. Just gotta diagnose them, keep playing for these streaks. We're chilling. Oh, we're dropping a nuke in here. 100% we're dropping a nuke. We're gonna throw down that proximity mine, so then if we reload, they can kind of chalice and it's not gonna kill us. Because like whenever we have to reload, that's basically okay. He's gonna blow up our stuff. That was a phenomenal nade from him, from the ski. See, like, dude, at medium range, bro, this gun is so incredible. Win every single gunfight. Gonna throw down another proxy mine. Boom. Just gotta keep staying alive over here. Let the enemies push us. Teammates are kind of pushing forward, which honestly is helping us out a decent amount. Bro, these nades that they're throwing, incredible nades. Oh, we got that hand cannon. We're about to get that harp too. I got that by my chopper gunner on as well. Stop with the nades. Yo, cow with the little 5-piece. Got 10 shots left. Okay, no, Luna. You don't want to hang out all day, and now you want to sit right in front of my desk. Okay, we do have our chopper gunner. Do I use it? I think I use it just to assert a little bit of dominance on the map. We're gonna sit back over here to make sure we have these spawns, and we're just gonna go fucking crazy on them, motorboat every single enemy. We're gonna go inside their boob, down the tube, around the corner, and out there. Boom. I ain't trying to be vulgar today. I'm trying to be a good citizen. Just gonna hold them in the back. Now they're all gonna be going upstairs. Bro, that would be cool if there was like a streak that would like shoot through walls. It'd be a little bit OP, but like imagine a score streak that takes so long to get. Or like, okay, imagine a controllable type nuke. Well, okay, not a controllable nuke, but like instead of it being a nuke, whenever if you get 30 kills, it's like a different type of kill streak where you can go through walls and shit like that. Like that would be a cool way to mix things up, and then allow us to use like our streaks to maybe get it, so that more people can experience it. Kind of like, you know how we had the DNA bomb in Modern Warfare 3, which was so sick. Okay, they are gonna take me out. I should have went somewhere else, bro. The problem dying over and over. Okay, this should assert a little bit of dominance onto the map though. But like, bro, that would be so fire. In Modern Warfare 3, bro, we had like the DNA bomb. We had like different types of nukes, which was super sick, and I hope they like, you know, do that again. I don't think they are, but that was something that I thought was super sick. Now we're gonna pop this harp. Gonna use this hand cannon. We're gonna use this war machine. Sir, a lot of dominance over here. No, no, dude, he was, yeah, I think he was upstairs. I just ran down. We got the mines everywhere. Okay, we got this. Bro, these skins are so wild in this game. Okay, I think there's every single person and their future generations are upstairs. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. We're gonna pull out their second. We're gonna pull out their gun. Okay, they're gonna be a little bit stuck in the back of the map. This guy's gonna basically take the kind of the front fire for me. Okay, honestly, fuck it, I'm using the war machine. Yes, dude, we just got a fucking quad with that. Holy shit. No, no, dude, I forgot they spawned. Like, I knew that they spawned right there, but I was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna try to push through it. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to not swear. I feel like I swear too much. I feel like it's just like I got no creativity. No creativity whatsoever, and I just replace it with the swear word. Boom. We got them all spawning in the back. Bro, this gun is still so incredible. I'm surprised more people don't use it. A lot of people just have the wrong class for it too. Well, see, I could keep on pushing forward. But if I do that... This guy knows I'm over here. Oh, his teammates can kill him too. Okay, we're on that ruthless. Okay. Boom, bro. They want us to push forward, so then they can just like cheese us. Bro, this harp is so OP. And then we just spawn trap them. We just keep on doing that. Pull out the hand cannon. Spawns are gonna flip a little bit. You see that dude back there? Boom. Okay, we're on that brutal. Come on. Did he get the hell out of here? Bro, fuck that thing. I cannot use that gun. Holy. Bro, that was actually the worst moment of my life. First world problems. That's the nuke. Bro, I literally just barely saw him going upstairs. That's how we get the nuke, boys. That was a super clean nuke. I wasn't going to be playing on Nuketown, but like he gave it to me, so it was just meant to be. The hell is this? No wonder they're getting spawn trap, bro. We got a no attach with XM4. A lot of them are leaving. We're 133 and 13. Yeah, dude, I got all the good players to leave. So a lot of people queue into these 10v10 playlists, hoping that they get like an easy lobby. And then so if you can just shit on the really good players, then bro, they leave. And it honestly, like, the lobby gets pretty easy. So if you can just come out hot or just eventually kind of pop off and let them know that they're not going to get a nuke against you, the lobby sometimes turns pretty easy. Since at the beginning, bro, I was dying over and over, and I almost actually backed out of here. I almost was the one backing out, like, okay, I probably won't get a nuke in this lobby. But then I was like, wait, no, I'm just going to get them to back out. And boom, they backed out, and now we got that nuke. Given, bro, I just used the war machine, so that was pretty simple. Not too much skill in there. Which is why they should definitely, like, allow you to change the type of nuke that you want, and then make it so, like, you can use, like, a chopper gunner. I mean, you can use other things to get it. Or, like, maybe the only one that ends the game, you can't use your kill streaks, or maybe you only can use the hand cannon and the war machine. Other than that, you can get like a different type of nuke that maybe it's like a big warship thing that you can shoot through walls and stuff like that, you know. I think that would be super cool, just so we have a little bit more variety in here. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bro, the spawns are so wonky, so difficult to read at times because they're there and then all of a sudden they're not there and then they're inside of me and then my guy. Yeah, it's just okay. So I've been using a thing on my face, minoxidil, and it's supposed to. No, they did something to my hand candy. I promise you, they did something to it. But that minoxidil, I always script the word, that kind of like reactivates the hairs and stuff like that. My face is a little bit patchy, better than like most, but I'm trying to fill in like in the front. I want that to get a little bit darker. So I've been using that and it is working a little bit. But one thing I didn't realize is that it actually makes you, for the first like month or two, you kind of like bald in a way. Like you lose the hairs because then you lose like the weak ones and then it grows like stronger ones there. And as long as you have like, not peach fuzz necessarily, but as long as you have some hairs there, like a hair follicle, it'll like strengthen it. And so I don't have like, there's still a couple areas where like there's just peach fuzz. So those areas will stay the same. But then the areas where there's like a little bit of like a dark hair, just like a very small one, those ones fell out and then it's basically strengthening the hairs. And then you do the derma roll like twice a month. I mean, no, twice a week. And it actually is seeming to work a little bit. And my dad, his hair receded really badly and he lost like most of it, like really bad. And I'm not really, it seems like I'm losing a little bit, but also it's probably just me being like self-conscious about it. So I put it on my widow's peak as well, and it kind of strengthens it. So if you're basically, you want to do, and I'm trying to make it thicker there so then it's less likely that I lose it. My dad's also lost his eyebrows, so I put on my eyebrows up there too, because I see my family's genetics. And my mom's side, like everyone has so much hair, but my dad's side, like a lot of them are just losing it. So it should strengthen it. As long as you keep on doing that, you can be like old with a lot of hair and you're good to go. So basically what I'm saying is that if you're trying to, you know, stop some hair loss or anything like that, get some minoxidil and it should prevent it. You just got to be very consistent with it. Like you got to put it on. I put it on in the morning, at night. And then you got to use a face moisturizer too, which you should always use that. But it just kind of dries out your face a little bit. Okay, I don't want to call in the nuke yet. We are so close to a double nuke. Absolutely finessing every single one of them. We're on that brutal. Just gonna play hyper aggressive. No, dude. Fuck, that spawn, that top right one, always screws me up. Okay, we're gonna go nuke. We're gonna go inspect, and then we're gonna get this nice POV. Come on, please give it to me. Bang, bitches, bang. I think the nuke missed though. It hit the nearby town. I didn't mean to nuke them. I didn't mean to nuke that town. Poor guys. That's 146 and 20. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, check out my second channel, CBS 2.0. And if you ever want to see the content live, WCBS on the Twitch. See you guys later. Deuces.